Cozy Cloud Stories.
The Crow and the Midnight Mystery. Deep inside Whispering Woods, where moonlight painted silver paths between the trees, there hung a shiny golden bell right at the center of the forest clearing. This wasn't an ordinary bell. It was the forest bell, the pride of every creature. Every night at midnight, the bell would ring softly, signaling bedtime for the little ones and goodnight to the stars above. The bell was watched over by the wise old owl, who perched on the branch beside it. One starry night, just as the forest grew quiet, then there was a sudden silence. Owl fluttered down in surprise. Where did the bell go? It had vanished. The next morning, a crowd of animals gathered beneath the branch where the bell had hung. Rabbits wriggled their noses nervously, squirrels whispered, and even the usually calm deer looked worried. "Who would take the forest bell?" gasped Hedgehog. "Without it, no one will know when it's bedtime." Standing at the edge of the crowd was Cleo the crow, a sleek black bird with curious eyes and a clever mind. She tilted her head and observed quietly. Cleo loved puzzles, and this was the biggest mystery the forest had ever seen. "I'll solve this midnight mystery," Cleo declared. "But I'll need everyone's help." The animals nodded eagerly. Cleo flew up to the branch where the bell once hung. She examined the spot carefully. The hook hadn't broken. Someone had lifted the bell on purpose. On a lower branch, she spotted something white fluttering. She plucked it gently with her beak, a feather. "Not mine," she thought, "and certainly not Owl's. His feathers are brown." She flew down and held the feather up for everyone to see. "That belongs to Swan," squeaked Mouse. "I saw her by the lake yesterday." Cleo didn't jump to conclusions. "We'll check," she said calmly. Cleo glided toward the sparkling lake, where Swan was preening her elegant wings. "Swan," Cleo began politely, "did you visit the forest clearing last night?" Swan looked surprised. "Oh dear, no. I sleep early. Besides, I'd never take the bell. I love hearing it echo over the lake." Cleo studied the ground near Swan's nest. There were wet footprints leading away from the lake toward the clearing, but the feather Swan wore matched the one Cleo had found. "That's odd," thought Cleo. "The footprints are much too small for Swan." She examined the shape carefully. These belonged to someone tiny, maybe a raccoon or a fox cub. She tucked the feather under her wing and flew off again. Cleo decided to follow the trail of clues backward. She flew low, scanning the forest floor. Her sharp eyes caught something glittering in the bushes, a single golden thread from the bell's ribbon. She followed it through winding paths, over a mossy log, past a sleeping bear, and into a patch of tall ferns. That's where she heard it. Ding ding. A faint sound like someone trying to ring the bell very softly. She perched silently on a branch and peeked through. There, in a small clearing, was Rafi the raccoon. He wasn't a bad raccoon, just mischievous and endlessly curious. The golden bell stood on the ground beside him. Rafi was trying to make it ring using a stick, but it kept toppling over. Cleo swooped down gently. "Rafi," she called softly, "that bell belongs to the whole forest." Rafi jumped, nearly dropping the bell. "I didn't mean to steal it," he squeaked. "I just wanted to see how it worked up close, but it was too heavy, and then I couldn't put it back." Cleo nodded. "I believe you, but now everyone is worried. Let's return it together." Rafi's ears drooped. "I'm sorry, Cleo. I didn't think it would cause trouble." Cleo smiled kindly. Mysteries aren't about blaming. They're about finding the truth and making things right. She called the animals to help. The squirrels tied vines around the bell, the deer lifted it carefully with their antlers, and Owl guided them from above. Together, they carried the bell back to its rightful place. That night, as the moon rose high, Cleo perched beside the bell. Owl nodded approvingly. You solved the midnight mystery, Cleo, he hooted. No, said Cleo, looking around at her friends. We solved it together. And as the golden bell chimed softly at midnight once more, the forest animals snuggled into their homes, feeling safe and happy. Clever thinking and teamwork can solve even the trickiest mysteries. If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Sleep well and dream nice.